Hello, Red Dog. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl. What do we do when we feel like we don't really fit in? That we don't deserve to be in a role, in a room. We don't deserve to be with that person. They're not interested in us. There's all sorts of self-doubt that stops us from achieving anything significant. And the problem with that is that's all a lie. Welcome back to the channel. My name's David. I'm the Hope Coach. I've had those lies in my life for so many years, and it's stopped me from growing into the person that I'd always hoped to become. It stopped me from doing anything great. It stopped me from being happy. It stopped me from being excited. So what do I do when I hear those lies creeping into my head? Every time I walk into a networking meeting and there's 50, 80 people there and I've got to stand up and do a presentation in front of them, and I think they don't want to hear what I've got to say. They know more than me. I'm not successful like they are. They're further ahead than me. All these lies. Well, the first thing that I do, and I believe that you've got to do as well to help you to thrive, is I realize that these are just lies. I realize that it's not true what this voice is telling me, because deep down I do know I have a tremendous amount of value to give to people. I have a tremendous amount of knowledge and wisdom to give to people. I have experience that can help them avoid the pitfalls that I've been through, that have crippled me. And I start to replace the thinking with I am statements. They're so powerful. I am worthy. I am successful. I am great. I am important. I am helpful. I am a gift. And very soon, this voice of positivity and hope starts to drown out the lies and push them out of my life. And it's a tactic that I use every single day, because the lies just keep coming back. That voice of doubt every single day tells you you don't deserve to be in that job. You don't deserve, to be in a relationship. You don't deserve success. You don't deserve happiness. Listen to what I'm saying, because I'm saying it out loud. Tell yourself that that's ridiculous. How could anybody ever believe those made up stories? It's harder when it's somebody else telling you those stories. Well, they're liars as well. They just want to hurt you. They just want to wound you. They just want to hold you back and damage you. They want the worst for you. And I'm sorry, but they don't deserve to be in your life. I've had to cut people like that out when I've realised what they're doing. It's really hard because they act as if they're friends. They act as if they're brothers or sisters. That they're important in your life. That without them, you can't achieve anything. When in fact, the lies that they're planting in your head and feeding are actually crippling you and holding you back from being great. So get them out of your life. Another thing that I did recently was I brought on a coach to help me, and that coach was wonderful. But one of the greatest things that I realized during the coaching sessions with this person was that it confirmed for sure that I was on the right path, that I knew a lot more than what the lies were telling me, that I knew that I was successful, that I was a great manager, that I was a great person to deal with. That I was a great person to work for. Didn't confirm to me that I'm perfect. Not a chance. But it helped me to have a voice of reason, an objective voice telling me what I really needed to hear. So I'd encourage you, if you can, to get yourself a mentor or a coach. And if you look, there are free mentors out there if you can't afford one. Otherwise, if you can afford one, invest in yourself and pay for it. Pay for that gym membership of the mind to build up that person that deserves to be in that room, in that relationship, in that job. And I'll tell you why that's important. Number one, the more I start to trust who I am and who I'm meant to be, the more I get rid of the lies that are in there, the happier I am, the wealthier I am, and probably most important, the more people I can bless. Last night, Debbie and I were able to go on a flight to Antarctica. And I wasn't trying to do anything special. But it seemed like every single person that we came into contact with thought I was somebody special, thought I was worth knowing, wanted to spend time talking to me, wanted to give me as much as possible, wanted to be around me. And Debbie kept saying to me, What's going on? And at first I didn't realize what was going on. All I was doing was being myself. And then I remembered something. The person that I am meant to be and who I'm becoming and who I've started to show that I am again is that person that people really want to be around, that people look up to, that people want to help, that people want to do things for, that people just love being in the presence of, that people talk about in positive tones. And I've been thinking about it all day because it's a sense of great joy and mystery to me. How did this happen? And I reflected on each of the interactions that I had on that flight, and even boarding that flight. It was just unbelievable, the outpouring of love towards me. And it goes back to this simple principle. Be a gift to all those around you that are worth it. And how do you know if they're worth it? Well, they'll prove if they aren't worth it. And then you can cut them off. But until then, be a gift to them. What do I mean by being a gift? Again, it's so simple. It's really just becoming fascinated with the person that is in front of you. That could be your partner, your husband, your wife, your brother, your sister, your mother, your father, your best friend. It could be a work colleague. It could be your employee. It could be your boss. It could be your teacher. It could be your customer or a potential customer. And in fact, that's a really powerful way to make great sales, becoming obsessed with that person who's in front of you, listening to everything that they tell you actively, becoming fascinated with them, remembering the name of their child, remembering the name of their dog, remembering where they went on holiday a year ago, asking how they're going with that new house, with that new job, with that new relationship. Be fascinated with them, and you will see every single person that you interact with that is worth it become completely besotted with you, as if they had been your best friend forever and couldn't do enough for you. On that flight, just to give you an example, I had 4 or 5 flight attendants who just couldn't do enough for me. Always checking to make sure I'm okay, always making sure that I had enough, asking if there was anything they could do for me, wanting to find out why I was on the flight, chatting to me. I had other customers on the flight doing the same thing, becoming fascinated with me. But it was because I became fascinated with them. They remembered me. They smiled every time they saw me. And by the way, I smiled back. I gave them what I believe was missing in their life. Someone that listens to them, someone that appreciates them, someone that has time to give to them. These are all easy things. You might say, David, I would love to be that person, but I don't have the confidence. Well, I can tell you, I had lost all of my confidence. I had forgotten who I was supposed to be. And when I started giving back, when I started listening to people, becoming fascinated with them, I realised that that was a superpower that I had let fall behind. But the more I became fascinated with people, remembering their children's names, remembering that holiday that they'd been on, remembering that struggle that they were having, calling them up or messaging them to say I missed seeing them at that meeting. Simple things that don't actually take confidence, just take somebody who cares. And suddenly I've got a team of people around me that are raving fanatics about me. I try to do this with everyone, especially those that are difficult to deal with. And that leads me on to the final point, and it's not one that's as uplifting as what I would hope. There are those that just will not appreciate you. And you'll very quickly identify them. They're the ones that don't want the best for you. They're the ones that don't reciprocate that fascination, that interest, that joy. You'll see their energy. It'll become very apparent. And when that does become apparent, I'm telling you now, don't spend any more energy on those people until they can prove otherwise. They really are not worth it. They really are not worth it. They are an empty pit that cannot be filled. And in fact, they are dream robbers. They will stop you from achieving everything that you're destined to achieve. So do that for me as you go forward. If you're lacking confidence and you know that it's holding you back from being great, or you know that it's holding you back from doing that thing that you would love to do, that you've always thought, wow, if I could do that, my life would be very different. Become fascinated in the people that are already doing it. Learn everything you can from those people. Become obsessed with them. Show your interest in them. Show your appreciation of them. Show that you remember the things that they are talking to you about, the minor things, the trivial things. And they will see that you are different, because not everybody does that. In fact, not many people do that. And when you do that, they will help you. They will reciprocate that interest, and they will want to build you up. It's just how things work, and it's a wonderful thing. It's been happening to me over and over for years and years, and I hadn't recognized it until a year and a half ago. And now that I do, I put it into practice as much as possible. So stop the lies and get interested in the people that you want to be like, that are already doing the things that you're doing. If you find that this video is giving you help and hope, I'd ask you to do me a favour. Could you go to the comments? It's so easy to do. And just put one comment in there. It might be hard to spell, but I want you to put in there the word fascinate. Put in the word fascinate to show the algorithm that you have found value in this, and that you think that other people will find value in this, and that it will help you, and that if you can put it into practice, it's going to give you a life that's far greater than what you currently have now. I love you. I'm praying for you every day. I want the best for you. I'm giving the best of myself so that you can become the best for yourself. That's me for today. Hope Coach out.